The quantum alerts blared across Luna Base 1, their urgent tones piercing the usual calm of the monitoring station. Lieutenant Commander Maya Santos jolted upright in her chair, her dark eyes fixed on the holographic display that had suddenly erupted with activity. After 3 centuries of peaceful expansion across the stars, humanity had grown comfortable in their solitude. Too comfortable, perhaps. "Sir, you need to see this," Maya called out, her fingers dancing across the neural interface as she expanded the sensor readings. Station Commander Viktor Petrov strode across the command center, his weathered face illuminated by the pulsing red warnings. "Talk to me, Santos. What are we looking at?" Multiple objects just dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the Kuiper Belt. "They're massive, sir. Unlike anything we've seen before." Maya's voice remained steady, but her hands trembled slightly as she brought up the detailed scans. The objects in question defied conventional design. They were organic yet mechanical, their surfaces shifting and flowing like liquid metal, but maintaining rigid geometric patterns. Each vessel, if they could be called that, was larger than Earth's largest city ships. "How many?" Victor's voice was barely a whisper. 57 primary vessels, sir. Hundreds of smaller craft. They're maintaining perfect formation, and—" Maya paused, double-checking her readings. "They're accelerating toward Earth." The news spread across the solar system at light speed. Humanity's interstellar civilization, spanning dozens of star systems and hundreds of worlds, had never encountered anything like this. The peaceful expansion of the past 300 years had led to occasional contact with other spacefaring races, but all had been pre-industrial societies, carefully observed but never directly contacted. In the halls of the Terran Defense Council on Earth, Admiral Claire Chen stood before the assembled leaders of humanity's unified government. The massive chamber, with its soaring crystalline dome showing the real-time positions of every human settlement across the stars, had never felt so small. "The vessels are of unknown origin," Claire stated, her holographic presentation showing the approaching fleet from multiple angles. "But their technology, it's beyond anything we've ever developed. Their drive signatures suggest they're capable of manipulating space-time itself." "Could they be peaceful?" asked Counselor Rodriguez, though his tone suggested he already knew the answer. Claire shook her head. "Their configuration is purely military. Every vessel is armed with what appear to be gravitational weapons. They could tear planets apart." The chamber erupted in worried murmurs, but Claire raised her hand for silence. "There's something else. We've detected quantum signatures that suggest these ships have been observing us. For a very long time." "How long?" The question came from High Counselor Aisha Patel, her normally composed voice carrying an edge of concern. "Based on our analysis, approximately 4,000 years." The revelation hit the chamber like a physical blow. 4,000 years. These beings had watched humanity crawl out of its cradle, develop faster than light travel, and spread across the stars. They had watched and waited, and chosen this moment to reveal themselves. "They're broadcasting something." Maya's voice cracked through the council chamber's comm system. A message on all frequencies in perfect standard English. The message played through the chamber's acoustic system, its tone cold and mechanical. "Children of Earth, your time of ignorance ends. Submit to evaluation and judgment, or face extinction. You have 6 hours to respond." Admiral Chen's neural implants were already processing options, running simulations, calculating possibilities. Humanity's defense fleet was substantial, but against this level of technology, it would be like throwing stones at a tsunami. They needed something else, something unexpected. "High Council," Claire spoke, her voice carrying the weight of centuries of military experience. "I request immediate activation of the Prometheus Protocol." The chamber fell silent. The Prometheus Protocol was theoretical, untested, and possibly suicidal. It represented humanity's most ambitious and dangerous technological achievement. The ability to temporarily evolve an entire species within hours. The risks? Counselor Rodriguez began, but Claire cut him off. "Will be nothing compared to extinction. These beings have watched us for 4 millennia. They know our capabilities, our strategies, our weaknesses, but they've never seen what we can become when we have no choice but to transcend our limitations." High Counselor Patel stood, her decision visible in her stance before she spoke. "Activate the protocol. May whatever gods remain have mercy on us all." As the council chamber erupted into action, Claire's gaze drifted to the holographic display of the alien fleet. They had watched humanity for 4,000 years, waiting for this moment, but they were about to learn why humans had survived every catastrophe their planet had thrown at them. Sometimes, the most dangerous creature wasn't the strongest or the most advanced. Sometimes, it was the one willing to remake itself entirely to survive. The 6-hour countdown began. Deep beneath the Himalayas, in a facility unknown to all but a handful of humans, Dr. Arya Zhang stood before a massive quantum computer core. The Prometheus chamber hummed with barely contained power, its crystalline matrices pulsing with possibilities. "The biomechanical integration is at 97%, Arya announced, her augmented eyes scanning streams of data. Neural network synchronization holding steady. The chamber was humanity's greatest secret, not a weapon, but a tool of transformation. For centuries, the brightest minds on Earth had worked to create a system that could rewrite human biology at the quantum level, accelerating evolution itself." Director James Chen, no relation to the admiral above, watched the readings with growing concern. "Show me the simulation results." Holographic projections filled the air, displaying the predicted changes. Human DNA spiraling and reforming, neural pathways expanding, cellular structures becoming more efficient. The Prometheus protocol wasn't just an upgrade. It was a revolution in human potential. "The risks are catastrophic," Arya warned, though she continued the preparation sequence. "We've never attempted a global deployment. The changes could be unpredictable, irreversible." "We're out of options," James replied, his voice firm. "The aliens didn't come here to talk. They came to judge us, and they've already decided we're wanting." The facility shook as the first alien probes entered Earth's atmosphere. Above ground, the global defense network engaged, filling the skies with plasma fire and quantum torpedoes. It was a magnificent display of human military might, and completely ineffective against the aliens' superior technology. "Full neural link established," Arya reported. "Quantum entanglement network is ready for global distribution." The Prometheus protocol had been designed as humanity's final option, a way to survive extinction-level events by forcing controlled evolution. The theory was elegant. Use quantum entanglement to simultaneously modify every human's genetic structure, guided by a sophisticated AI that could predict and control the changes. "Begin the initialization sequence," James ordered. "And Arya, thank you. Whatever happens, humanity will remember your contribution." Arya's fingers danced across the neural interface. Initialization commencing. Phase 1. Quantum field generation. Throughout the solar system, hidden transmitters activated, creating a web of entangled particles that connected every human being. The aliens noticed immediately, their massive ships turning toward Earth with renewed interest. "They're scanning the quantum network," Arya reported. "Their sensors are..." "Wait." She paused, her augmented eyes widening. "They're afraid." For the first time since their arrival, the alien fleet's perfect formation wavered. Their message systems activated again, this time with a different tone. "Cease this attempt at transformation immediately. Your species is not ready for ascension." James smiled grimly. "They didn't come here to judge us. They came here to stop us from becoming something new." The Prometheus chamber's core pulsed brighter, its crystalline structure resonating with the quantum field. Every human in the solar system felt it, a subtle vibration in their cells, a whisper of change in their DNA. "Phase 2 initiating," Arya announced. "Neural network synchronization at maximum. Beginning controlled evolution sequence." The changes started slowly at first. Across Earth and its colonies, humans began to experience enhanced cognitive function. Neural pathways expanded, processing speeds increased, and the barriers between mind and machine began to blur. But it wasn't just mental enhancement. Human biology was being rewritten at the fundamental level. Cellular repair mechanisms accelerated, muscle density increased, and most importantly, human consciousness began to expand in ways that defied conventional understanding. They're powering up their main weapons, Aria reported, her own consciousness expanding with the changes. All ships converging on our location. James watched the tactical displays, his enhanced mind processing the information at unprecedented speeds. They're not trying to stop us because we're dangerous now. They're trying to stop us because of what we're becoming. The alien fleet opened fire, their gravitational weapons distorting space-time itself. But something unexpected happened. The enhanced humans operating Earth's defense systems found they could predict the attacks before they happened, their evolved consciousness sensing the ripples in reality. Phase 3 beginning, Aria announced, her voice carrying new harmonics as her vocal cords evolved. Full-spectrum transformation in progress. Across the solar system, humanity was changing, not into monsters or superheroes, but into something else entirely, a species that could perceive and manipulate quantum reality directly. The very thing the aliens had feared. Message from Admiral Chen, James reported, his enhanced senses connecting directly with the global network. Our defense forces are adapting. The alien weapons, we can see how they work now. We can counter them. The Prometheus Protocol continued its work, pushing humanity toward a new state of existence. But as their consciousness expanded, humans began to understand something profound about their visitors. They're not our enemies, Aria realized, her evolved mind piercing the veil of space-time. They're our future selves, trying to prevent their own creation. The battle for Earth had become something else entirely, a struggle not just for survival, but for the right to choose humanity's own path of evolution. And as the Prometheus Protocol reached its final phase, it became clear that the future was no longer written in stone. It was being rewritten in the quantum fabric of reality itself, one human consciousness at a time. The sky above Earth had become a kaleidoscope of quantum distortions as two versions of humanity engaged in a battle that transcended conventional warfare. The evolved humans, their consciousness expanded by the Prometheus Protocol, could now see the true nature of their opponents. Admiral Chen stood on the bridge of the TDF Resilience, her enhanced mind processing reality on multiple levels simultaneously. The alien ships, no, the future human vessels, were beautiful in their complexity, entire civilizations contained within their quantum matrices. They're trying to collapse the protocol's effects, her science officer, Dr. Ramirez, reported. His voice resonated with new harmonics, a side effect of their transformation. Their temporal weapons are attempting to reverse our evolution. Chen understood now. Their future selves hadn't come to destroy Earth. They had come to prevent a transformation that would fundamentally alter the course of human history. The question was, why? The answer came through the quantum field that now connected all of humanity. Images, emotions, and memories from their future selves leaked through the temporal barriers. They showed a humanity that had evolved beyond physical form, becoming beings of pure quantum energy. They had gained godlike power, but lost something essential in the process, their humanity itself. They're afraid of what we become, Chen realized, sharing her insight through the collective consciousness that now linked Earth's defenders. Not because we're dangerous, but because we forget what it means to be human. The future ships pressed their attack, their weapons bending space-time in ways that would have been incomprehensible hours ago. But the newly evolved humans adapted with each passing moment, their understanding of quantum mechanics growing exponentially. In the Prometheus chamber, Aria and James watched the battle unfold across multiple dimensions. The protocol hadn't just enhanced human biology. It had awakened dormant abilities that had always existed within human DNA. We're approaching a temporal nexus, Aria announced, her consciousness extending through the quantum network, a point where our future becomes locked into one path or another. James studied the multidimensional data streams, seeing patterns that his former self could never have comprehended. They think they're saving us by preventing our evolution, but they're actually fulfilling the very future they're trying to prevent. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. The arrival of their future selves had forced humanity to activate the Prometheus Protocol, initiating the very transformation they had come to stop. It was a temporal paradox, a loop that had perhaps played out countless times across different timelines. But this time was different. The newly evolved humans could see something their future selves had forgotten: a third path. We don't have to choose between remaining static or losing our humanity, Chen broadcast through the quantum network. We can guide our own evolution, maintain our connection to what makes us human while embracing transformation. The message rippled through space-time, reaching both the defending forces and the attacking fleet. For a moment, the battle paused as both sides processed this new possibility. Then something extraordinary happened. The quantum consciousness of present humanity reached out to their future selves, not with weapons or defenses, but with memories. The taste of rain on skin, the warmth of a loved one's embrace, the sound of children laughing, the simple, profound experiences that defined human existence. The future ship's attack patterns faltered. Within their quantum matrices, something long forgotten stirred. Echoes of the humanity they had left behind in their pursuit of transcendence. "They're receiving our memories," Aria reported, her voice filled with wonder. "The quantum network, it's not just connecting us to each other, it's reconnecting them to their lost humanity." The battle above Earth transformed into something else entirely. The quantum field that had awakened humanity's potential became a bridge between present and future, a means of sharing not just information, but the very essence of human experience. The future ships began to change, their rigid geometric patterns becoming more organic, more alive. They weren't reversing their evolution, but rather integrating their lost humanity with their advanced state. "They're not our enemies," Chen announced to Earth's defenders. "They're our children, lost in time, trying to find their way home. And we can help them remember who they are." The Prometheus Protocol continued its work, but now guided by a new understanding. Evolution didn't have to mean the loss of what made humans human. It could mean the integration of past and future, of consciousness and emotion, of power and wisdom. As the temporal nexus approached, both versions of humanity faced a choice that would echo across time itself. And in that moment, they discovered that the greatest human trait wasn't their ability to change, but their ability to remember who they were even as they transformed into something new. The quantum field surrounding Earth pulsed with newfound harmony as present and future humanity began to synchronize their consciousness. The once hostile ships now orbited in a dance of geometric patterns, their forms shifting between states of matter and energy as two versions of the same species learned to coexist. Admiral Chen stood in what had once been the Resilience's bridge, though it now existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously. Through her evolved senses, she could perceive the crew of the future ships, beings of pure energy and thought who were slowly remembering what it meant to have form and feeling. "The temporal mechanics are stabilizing," Dr. Ramirez reported, his consciousness extending through the ship's quantum matrices. "We're creating a sustainable bridge between our two times." The discovery had changed everything. Instead of fighting to prevent their future, humanity could now work to shape it. The Prometheus Protocol continued its work, but with a crucial difference: it now incorporated the emotional and experiential wisdom of human consciousness alongside the physical and mental changes. Deep within the Himalayan facility, Aria and James monitored the unprecedented merger of timelines. The quantum computer core had become a nexus point, processing the combined experiences of two versions of humanity separated by millennia of evolution. "Their knowledge, it's incredible," Aria breathed, her consciousness swimming through streams of future science and technology. "They learned to manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe, to create and destroy stars, to fold space itself. But they forgot the cost of such power, James added, sharing memories from their future selves. They forgot that humanity's strength comes from our limitations as much as our capabilities. Above them, the future ships were transforming. Their rigid geometric structures became more fluid, incorporating elements of biological design. The beings within them were changing too, creating new forms that bridged the gap between pure energy and physical existence. They're not just remembering who they were, Chen observed through the quantum network. They're becoming something new, something that preserves both their power and their humanity. The process wasn't without risk. The temporal energies swirling around Earth threatened to tear reality apart. But humanity's unique gift, the ability to adapt and innovate, proved to be their salvation once again. Through the quantum network, the combined knowledge and experience of both timelines found a solution. The Prometheus protocol could be modified to create a stable state of existence, one that allowed for continuous evolution, while maintaining the core essence of human consciousness. "We're approaching the confluence," Aria announced, her voice resonating across multiple dimensions. "The moment when our timelines fully synchronize." The sky above Earth erupted in a display of quantum energy as space-time itself adjusted to accommodate the new reality. The future ships, now transformed into hybrid vessels of technology and consciousness, aligned with their present-day counterparts. Inside each vessel, human consciousness existed in a state of dynamic equilibrium, able to shift between energy and matter, thought and form, future and present. They had found the balance their future selves had lost, the integration their present selves had sought. "Message from the future fleet," Ramirez reported, though message was an inadequate word for the complex quantum communication. "They're ready to share everything. Their knowledge, their technology, their experiences. But they want something in return. They want us to teach them how to be human again." Chen understood, feeling the longing through the quantum field, to help them remember what they sacrificed in their pursuit of power. The exchange began, flowing through the temporal bridge created by the Prometheus protocol. Future humanity shared their mastery of the universe's fundamental forces, while present humanity shared the fundamental experiences that made life meaningful: love, joy, pain, wonder. Together, they began to write a new future, one that neither timeline had foreseen. The evolved humans would not lose their humanity in the pursuit of power, nor would they remain trapped by their limitations. Instead, they would walk a path between, carrying forward the best of both worlds. "The temporal nexus is stabilizing," Aria reported, watching as the quantum field settled into a new pattern. "We've done it. We've changed our future." But even as she spoke, everyone connected to the quantum network understood a deeper truth. They hadn't just changed their future, they had transcended it. The barrier between present and future had become permeable, allowing humanity to guide its own evolution with wisdom drawn from both time streams. Earth's sky, once a battlefield, now shimmered with the combined light of two civilizations becoming one. The future ships, no longer alien and threatening, had become bridges between what humanity was and what it could become. The Prometheus protocol, designed to save humanity from extinction, had instead become the key to its transcendence, not through the abandonment of human nature, but through its elevation to new heights of understanding and capability. As the quantum field stabilized around Earth, a new chapter in human history began, one written across time itself, by a species that had learned to evolve without losing its soul. The dawn of Earth's new day painted the quantum-enriched atmosphere in colors that had never existed before. 3 months had passed since the merger of timelines, and humanity had entered an unprecedented era of transformation and discovery. The once threatening fleet now formed a network of teaching stations orbiting Earth, their hybrid structures serving as universities where past and future knowledge flowed freely. Admiral Chen, now serving as humanity's primary liaison with their future selves, stood in a chamber that existed simultaneously in multiple temporal states. "The integration is proceeding faster than we anticipated," she noted, her enhanced consciousness processing data from across the solar system. Humanity had not simply gained new technology, they had gained a new way of existing. Cities on Earth had transformed, their structures now flowing between physical and quantum states. Humans walked the streets in bodies that could shift between matter and energy at will, their minds connected to a vast network of shared experience and knowledge. Yet somehow, they had maintained their individuality, their essential humanity. In the Prometheus chamber, Arya and James supervised the final stages of the protocol's global integration. The quantum computer core had evolved beyond its original purpose, becoming a linchpin in humanity's new existence. The latest surveys are fascinating. Arya shared through the quantum network. People aren't just adapting to the changes, they're thriving. We've managed to achieve something unprecedented, technological transcendence without losing our human nature. The future beings, once so distant from their humanity, had rediscovered the joy of physical existence. They learned again how to taste food, feel rain on their skin, experience the warmth of an embrace. In return, they taught present humanity how to expand their consciousness across dimensions, how to reshape reality itself. But the most profound change wasn't technological, it was philosophical. Humanity had discovered that evolution didn't have to mean leaving their past behind. Instead, it could mean building upon it, carrying forward the wisdom of experience into new forms of existence. We're receiving signals from other civilizations, James announced, his consciousness extending through the quantum network. They've noticed our transformation. They're curious and a little afraid. Chen understood their concern. In just 3 months, humanity had achieved what most species took millennia to accomplish, if they achieved it at all. The merger of present and future had created something entirely new in the galaxy, a species that could walk between states of existence while maintaining their essential nature. Send them our response, Chen instructed. Show them what we've learned. Through the quantum network, humanity shared their discovery that true advancement didn't come from abandoning what you were, but from bringing it with you into what you could become. The message rippled across space, carrying with it the experience of human consciousness in all its forms. Earth had become a beacon in the galaxy, not through conquest or technological superiority, but through the achievement of balance. The future ships, once instruments of judgment, now served as bridges between civilizations, helping other species find their own paths to advancement without loss. We're detecting temporal disturbances in the outer system, Arya reported one day, similar to the ones we saw when our future selves first arrived. But this time, there was no fear. Through the quantum network, humanity could sense the nature of these disturbances. They were echoes of other potential futures, other paths not taken, drawn to the stability they had achieved. Let them come, Chen said, her voice carrying across the quantum field. We'll show them what we've learned. We'll help them remember, just as we were helped. The legacy of humanity's transformation spread across space and time. They had discovered that the greatest achievement wasn't in becoming all-powerful, but in remaining recognizably human even as they gained the power to reshape reality. The Prometheus Protocol, created to save humanity from extinction, had instead become the key to their enlightenment, not through the abandonment of their nature, but through its elevation to new heights of understanding. As Earth rotated beneath its quantum-enriched sky, its inhabitants continued to evolve, to learn, to grow. They had found the balance that had eluded their future selves for so long, the ability to touch the infinite while keeping their feet firmly planted in the experiences that made them human. In the end, humanity's greatest victory wasn't over their future selves or any external threat. It was the victory over the false choice between advancement and identity, between power and wisdom, between future and past. They had become living bridges across time itself, proving that the most powerful force in the universe wasn't technology or evolution, but the unchanging essence of what it meant to be human. And in the vast quantum network that now connected all of humanity, past and future, that truth resonated like a song that would echo through eternity.